banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room. N64 Week continues with the review of Road Rash 64. Is it 64 times better than the other versions? Let's find out.
Put your hands up.
I think that more racing games should use Road Rash as their inspiration. In fact, I think professional racing should use Road Rash as its inspiration. Could you imagine F1 if, in addition to racing, they were also trying to club and stab each other? It would be amazing. A much needed improvement, I say, and you can see why here, because Road Rash 64 is one of the best N64 games that you can get. It's also a great advertisement for why you should be wearing a helmet and some kind of armor while riding a bike. Ideally, you would just have one of those cyclones from Robotech. The objective in Road Rash 64 is the same as it is in pretty much every other Road Rash: to win by any means necessary. Can you kill all of your opponents or just win the race with driving skill? The game is certainly easier if you can get a good lead and then just cruise in the first place without taking any damage. After each round, you'll win money depending on how you place, and if you're in the top 3, you unlock the next race. And with that money, you can buy new bikes, and you'll want those because speed is critical. You can join factions while you're racing, but of course it's way more fun to go it alone, and don't forget about the police, they don't like you either. There's a nice variety of courses or tracks in Road Rash 64, even though they all pretty much look the same. What's really good about this game is simply the gameplay. It just plays really well, and that makes it extremely fun. You can punch or kick enemies as you're driving, and you also have some weapons, but they're a little bit slower to use. The music in Road Rash 64 fits the game perfectly, even though nothing will really top the use of Soundgarden in the original 3DO version. Oh, don't forget to watch out for oncoming traffic and other obstacles on the road. I gotta give the N64 credit. It does a great job playing racing games from the era. Road Rash 64 is extremely smooth, it plays well with the bizarre N64 controller, and you can save your games. This one has Win 64 written all over it. Over the years, there have been a whole bunch of Road Rash sequels and variants of the classic Road Rash formula. This one just nails it. It's fun, it's playable, and it's got that perfect blend of vehicular combat and arcade-style motorcycle racing. And I also have to compliment the screaming and the sound effects. They're hilarious. The crashes are really good too. You can almost feel the pain when he slides into a phone pole. There's a couple different drivers to choose from, and while a lot of the N64 games may not have aged all that well, Road Rash 64 still looks good and, most importantly, plays great. If you don't like this game, then you just don't like fun. So, I have a huge classic game room shout out and thank you to send once again to Ben in Buffalo, New York. Thank you, Ben. I highly recommend this game and turn up the volume while you're playing it. That's the best. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Create an account and post your own CGR community reviews at classicgameroom.com. I was just making sure I was holding the game facing the right direction, which I was, so good.